So you're here, you're ready to make your mark, right? We're doing a deep dive today into something really key. Using your English to, well, speak like a leader.
Exactly. And the resources we've looked at, they're full of insights on making your voice stronger, making your words really land with impact.
Yeah, the stuff you shared was fascinating. So our mission today, let's call it that, is to pull out those actionable strategies, the things you can actually use to speak with that leadership presence.
And that's regardless of where you are on your English journey right now. Doesn't matter.
Absolutely. Maybe you've got a huge meeting coming up, or maybe you just want to communicate better day to day. This is definitely for you.
We're hoping for some aha moments today, some surprising things about communication you might not expect.
Okay, let's get into it then. Part 1, the power of words.
It sounds simple, but it's fundamental. Your words matter a lot.
They really do. It's like they have their own energy, They're not just sounds.
That's a great way to put it. They carry weight, influence.
Think about it for a second. When did someone say something kind and it just totally lifted you up?
Mm-hmm. We've all felt that.
Or maybe the opposite, a careless word that just, ouch, it sticks with you. That's the power we're talking about.
And leaders, they get this. They really choose their words carefully. They aim for kindness, for courage, always with a purpose in mind.
Yeah, the core idea seems to be speak to lift people up, not push them down.
Exactly. Uplift, don't diminish. And that applies everywhere. Your team, your friends, even your family.
It's about using your voice to build, right? Not to tear down. The sources even gave some specific phrases leaders use often.
Yeah, things like, I believe in you. Simple, but powerful. Or, we can do this together.
You have what it takes. Let's find a solution. Your idea matters.
See, they're not complicated, but they work because they show belief, they show collaboration, they hit on something fundamental.
It's a good reminder, I think. You don't need some perfect accent or huge vocabulary to be powerful.
Not at all. It's the intention, the feeling behind the words. That's the key.
So even if you're still learning English, you can totally speak like a leader. Just simple words, spoken clearly, confidently.
Which leads to a good question the sources pose for you, the listener. What kind of energy are your words sending out? Are they helping you grow? Helping others?
Something to think about. And there's a practical challenge too, right?
Yeah, small challenge.
Yeah.
For the next 24 hours, just try to focus only on words that lift up. Encourage people, thank them, acknowledge them, even yourself.
Just try it for a day, see how it feels.
And remember, inspiring people.
Yeah.
It's not about being famous. It's about being real, honest, kind, bold in your choices.
Okay, so words have power. We get that. But how do we deliver them? How do we sound like we mean it? That brings us to confidence.
Right. Confidence in every sentence. Speaking like you mean it.
And confidence here isn't about not being nervous, is it?
No, not at all. It's about speaking even when you're nervous. Yeah. Trusting yourself even if your grammar isn't perfect. It's about speaking with energy, clarity, purpose.
And why is that so crucial when speaking English?
Because people feel it. That confidence, it makes your message stronger, more believable, even if the English itself has some rough edges.
Okay, so how do we get there? The sources had 5 pretty concrete tips.
First one, slow down.
Yeah. That's counterintuitive for language learners sometimes. We think fast equals fluent.
Right. But leaders often speak more deliberately. Slowing down gives you clarity, control. Makes you sound more thoughtful, actually.
Makes sense. Gives the listener time, too. What's number 2?
Stand tall or sit tall. Posture matters.
Even sitting. Wow. How does posture affect things?
It impacts your breath, your voice projection. Standing or sitting upright literally gives your voice more power. You sound more authoritative.
Okay, stand tall. Got it. Third tip.
Use strong words. Be conscious about your phrasing.
So bitching the I think maybe or I'm not sure, but a kind of language.
Swap. I think maybe this could work for I believe this will work. Or instead of I don't know if we can, try let's figure out how we can. Small shifts, big impact on perceived confidence.
I like that. Stronger verbs, more direct statements. What's fourth?
Practice powerful phrases. Kind of like affirmations for speaking.
Oh, okay. Like telling yourself.
Things like, I can speak with confidence. My English doesn't need to be perfect to be powerful. I believe in my voice. I speak with purpose. Repeating these builds that inner belief. They're reminders of your strength.
Mental anchors, almost. And the last tip, number 5.
Accept your mistakes. This is huge for language learners.
Oh, definitely. It's so easy to get hung up on errors.
Right. But errors are normal. They're part of learning. The key is to just keep going. Don't let a mistake shut you down. Learn from it. Move on.
That resilience is confidence, in a way.
Absolutely. And the sources really emphasize this. Your voice matters. Your ideas matter. Your story, your dreams, they matter. Don't wait for perfection. Speak now.
And there was an exercise for building this, wasn't there? Something about recording yourself.
Yes, a great little exercise. Each day, just record yourself for maybe a minute. Talk about what you're proud of from that day, what you learned, what you'll try tomorrow.
And then listen back, even if it feels weird at first.
Especially yen. Listening helps you get comfortable with your own voice, track your progress. It makes it real.
So confidence isn't instant. It's built up.
Gradually, word by word, sentence by sentence. Just keep speaking up clearly, purposefully.
Because if you believe it, others are more likely to as well.
Wow.
Okay, let's shift gears now to leadership language specifically. The kinds of words that actually move people.
Yeah, this is where we see the difference between just talking and actually communicating to lead. It's not just being heard, it's being understood, inspiring action.
And leadership language, it's not about fancy vocabulary, right?
Not at all.
Yeah.
It's often simple, powerful, purposeful words that help people move forward. Think action words, words that give hope.
Like, give us some examples.
Phrases like, let's begin, or we've got this, I'm here to help, even acknowledging difficulty. This is a challenge, but we will face it. Let's find a way.
Those phrases create a certain feeling, don't they? Safety, motivation, readiness.
Precisely. People remember how you make them feel. That's a huge part of leadership language.
So what are the key ingredients? The sources broke it down. Positivity was first.
Right. Leaders tend to focus on solutions, not just problems. So instead of, this is impossible, it's, okay, how can we handle this? Or we will get through it together. Positive framing.
Keeps morale up. Okay, what else? Clarity.
Crucial. Simple, direct language.
Yeah.
Short sentences. No need to try and sound super intelligent with complex words. Just be clear. Avoid confusion.
Respects people's time, too. And respect itself.
Showing others their voice matters. Asking, what do you think? Saying, that's a good point. Or, thank you for sharing that. It encourages people to contribute.
Makes sense. And the last one was encouragement.
Helping others believe in themselves. Simple things like, you're doing great, keep going, I'm proud of your progress.
Yeah.
These words build people up.
Really powerful stuff. There was also a practice element, repeating leadership phrases.
Yeah, affirmations again, but focused on leadership identity. Like, I lead with kindness and strength. My words have power and purpose. I speak to inspire and uplift. Saying these daily helps internalize that mindset.
And again, the reminder for English learners.
You can absolutely do this. Even if your English is still developing, it's about the heart, the clarity, the intention. People follow those who care, who guide, who uplift.
And the challenge for this section.
Speak like a leader to just one person today. Maybe tell a colleague, you've worked really hard today. Or tell someone, I'm proud of you. Or suggest, let's do this together. Just one small act.
Try it out. See the impact. It's about being meaningful, speaking from the heart. That's leadership.
Okay, next up, storytelling. A really powerful leadership tool.
And the good news is you don't need to be like a famous writer or have lived some crazy life to tell an inspiring story.
Not at all. Your own journey, your own experiences, that's enough. That's powerful. Often it's the stories of overcoming challenges that connect most deeply.
So storytelling for leaders means using your personal experiences.
Exactly. To teach, to connect, to inspire. Stories stick with people way more than just facts or advice. They're memorable. They're human.
So how do you structure a simple, strong story? The sources broke it down.
3 parts. The beginning. Start with the problem, the challenge. Be a little vulnerable. That helps people relate.
Okay, the struggle, then the middle.
The action. What did you do about the problem? Describe the steps you took. Show the effort, the strength involved.
Right, what happened next? And finally, the end.
The lesson. What did you learn? How did it change you? What's the takeaway message or advice from that experience?
Problem, action, lesson. Simple structure. There was an example about fearing speaking English, right?
Yeah, it showed how someone faced that fear problem, maybe started practicing daily action, and learned that progress beats perfection.
And
Lesson.
there were some helpful starter phrases, too.
Yeah, things like I used to struggle with, or at first I was afraid of, to start the problem.
And for the action, then I decided to try something new.
And for the lesson. It wasn't easy, but I learned. Or, now I want to tell you, just simple ways to frame your experience.
Storytelling really connects people, doesn't it? Shows them they're not alone.
It builds incredible rapport. And remember, perfect English is not required. Just speak your truth, slowly, from the heart. People will connect with that authenticity.
So the challenge here is,
Little challenge. Take just 5 minutes. Write down a short personal story. Could be a success, a failure, a lesson learned. Then practice saying it out loud. Imagine you're telling it to someone who needs to hear it.
just the act of telling your story strengthens your voice, builds trust, gives hope.
Don't underestimate your stories. They matter. Okay, let's move to speaking with purpose, making every word count.
This makes you think, doesn't it, about times you maybe said something you regretted or your words just didn't land right.
Exactly. Speaking with purpose is about being intentional. Thinking before you speak. Asking yourself, why am I saying this? What's the goal?
So it's not just making noise, it's aiming for impact.
Right. And when you speak with purpose, people tend to listen more closely. Your message feels more real, more focused.
And it's about being intentional, not necessarily perfect, right?
Absolutely. It's not about crafting flawless speeches every time. It's about being mindful. So how do you do it? First step, know your message.
Before you speak, ask, what am I trying to say here? What's the purpose?
Having that clarity is key. Second step, be clear and simple. We keep coming back to this. Simple language is powerful. Don't try to impress with jargon.
Just get to the point. Third.
Think about how your words feel. What's the emotional impact you want to have? Do you want people to feel strong, motivated, supported? Choose words accordingly.
That requires some empathy. And the last step was about noise.
Cutting the noise, those filler words, the ums, akas, likes, try to reduce them. They can dilute your message.
So pause instead.
Yes. A short, purposeful pause can actually be much more powerful than filling the space with filler.
The sources showed a contrast, didn't they? Speaking without purpose versus with purpose.
Yeah, it really highlights the difference in clarity and impact. And they shared some leadership phrases that demonstrate purpose.
Like,
here's what we're going to do. Very direct. I believe this is the right step. Shows conviction. Let's focus on what matters most. Provides direction. This is why I believe in this idea. Explains the rationale. We can make progress one step at a time. Offers guidance and realism.
these phrases really guide people. They provide direction.
And again, even with basic English, you can do this. Practice short, clear messages. Pause. Think about the impact you want.
And the quick challenge for this part.
In just one conversation today, Try to consciously form one clear sentence that really conveys your purpose. Say it and just notice how the other person responds.
To see if it makes a difference, speaking with purpose builds trust, shows you're thoughtful, intentional.
Exactly. Okay, now let's get really practical with some specific phrases. Powerful phrases for powerful people.
I like the sound of that. So these are like go-to phrases.
Kind of. Short sentences, but they pack a punch. You can use them in lots of situations, work, meetings, even personal chats. They make you sound confident, respectful, positive.
And they're easy to remember and use, which is key.
Definitely. The sources listed 10 really good ones. Let's go through them. First, I believe in you.
Simple, direct. Shows trust, sees potential. Okay.
Second, let's work together. Promotes teamwork, makes people feel included.
Good one, Gerd.
How can I help? Shows you care, you're there to support. Very powerful.
Fourth, I hear you. This validates the other person, shows you're actually listening.
Fifth, thank you for your effort. Acknowledges hard work, motivates people. So important.
Okay, that's 5.
Yeah.
What are the next 5?
Sixth, let's find a solution. Focuses on moving forward, being proactive. Seventh, I learned something today. Shows humility, encourages a learning environment.
Oh, I like that one. 8th.
That's a great idea. Values creativity, makes people want to contribute more. Ninth, I'm proud of you. Acknowledges achievement and effort, builds confidence.
And the last one, number 10.
Let's keep going. Encourages resilience, especially when things are tough.
10 really solid phrases.
And the point is, sometimes mastering a few right words is better than knowing loads of words you never use.
So the exercise here is...
Simple exercise. Pick maybe 3 of these phrases today, just 3, and consciously try to use them in real conversations, at work, in a message, maybe even talking to yourself. Practice with intention.
Using them for self-talk, too. That's interesting.
Yeah. Tell yourself, I believe in me. Let's keep going. I'm proud of how far I've come. That internal encouragement matters just as much.
True. Using these phrases helps you become someone people listen to, respect, follow.
They're tools for motivation, for action, for positive change. Okay, final section. The leader's voice itself. Calm, clear, and strong.
Yeah, this tackles the idea that leadership isn't about being the loudest person in the room.
Exactly. It's about the quality of the voice. Calmness, clarity, strength. The sources say your tone is just as important as your words.
Okay, so let's break those down.
Yeah.
Calm.
Calm means not rushed, not panicked. It creates a sense of peace, of safety, especially under pressure. You achieve it through things like steady breathing, speaking a bit slower, using those purposeful pauses we talked about.
Okay. Calm, then clear.
Clear means easy to understand, using simple words, direct language, avoiding jargon or rambling. It respects the listener's time and avoids confusion. Cut the filler words.
Makes sense. And strong, this isn't about volume, right?
No, not loudness. Strong means you sound like you believe what you're saying. It comes from conviction, from practice, from good posture, from knowing your purpose. It's an inner strength projected outward.
So how do we cultivate these qualities? Were there exercises?
Yes, some simple ones, like breathe and speak, take a deep breath, then say a sentence like, I am calm, clear, and strong. Feel the difference.
Okay. Breathing helps calm. What else?
Mirror talk. Look in the mirror and say empowering phrases like, I speak with power. My voice matters. It builds confidence visually and vocally.
A bit like the affirmations earlier. Any others?
Voice control practice. Take a short sentence like, we can do this together, and practice saying it calmly, then clearly, then strongly. Play with the intonation.
Getting a feel for each quality. And there were final phrases embodying this.
Yeah, phrases like, let's take a moment and think. That's calm. We'll figure this out. That's clear and reassuring. I understand. Let's move forward. Calm, clear, strong. I'm here to support you. We've got this. They'll carry that calm, clear, strong energy.
The main point seems to be connection over impression.
Exactly. The most powerful voice connects. It doesn't just try to impress. And for everyone listening, especially if English isn't your first language,
Yes. What's the final word?
your accent, your grammar, how many words you know. That's not what defines leadership potential. It's your courage, your willingness to speak up.
Speak calmly, clearly, strongly. Believe in your message.
The world needs to hear what you have to say.
Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive into speaking English for success, for leadership. We covered, wow, a lot today.
We did. The power of words, confidence, leadership language, storytelling, purpose, those powerful phrases, and finding that leader's voice.
And the big takeaway really is that your voice, it's your power. Use it well.
Absolutely.
And maybe one final thought to leave you with. Think about one specific situation, just one in your life right now. Where could applying these ideas, speaking with purpose, using powerful phrases, telling your story, where could that make a real positive difference?
What'd that look like? How'd it feel?
Something to ponder. We really encourage you to keep exploring these ideas and see how they fit into your own journey.